Silence, and then a quiet female voice right by your ear. Don't open the attic, please. I shuddered and turned around, no one there. It was the first night in the house I'd inherited from my grandmother, whom I'd never met in my life. My name is Lita. I'm 27, a freelance designer, living in a one-bedroom apartment in the city center. When the notary called and said I was the sole heir to a rural house 300 kilometers from the city, I laughed at first. But then I saw the photos, an old log house, the roof overgrown with moss, surrounded by forest. And I thought, why not live there for a month or two while I fix it up and sell it? I was short on money anyway. I arrived late in the fall. The village was almost deserted, 3 old women and 1 old man on a tractor. The neighbor, Aunt Galia, handed me the key to the house and immediately crossed herself. It's quiet there, dear. Too quiet. That very first night, I heard the whisper. It seemed to come from the walls themselves. I couldn't make out the words, but the tone was pleading. I turned on the light, checked all the rooms empty. I thought, old house, drafts, rats. On the second night, the whisper grew louder. I could distinguish the words. Don't go up, he's waiting. The voice was a child's, a girl about 8 years old. On the third night, I couldn't take it anymore. I grabbed a flashlight and went up to the attic. The ladder creaked as if it were crying. The attic was cluttered with junk, old suitcases, a sewing machine, eyeless dolls. In the corner stood a small child's bed and a cassette recorder, the Vesna 202 from 1987. Out of pure curiosity, I pressed play. First there was hissing, then the child's voice, the same one. Kadia's diary, day 105. He came again at night. He said I was bad. Mom locked me here so he wouldn't find me. If anyone's listening, don't open the attic window. He'll come for you too. I turned off the recorder with shaking hands. And only then did I notice, in the attic ceiling, there was a small dormer window. It was slightly ajar, though I clearly remembered it was closed when I came up. I went back downstairs, locked the attic with a hook, and even dragged a heavy dresser against it. That night, I woke up because the house had grown cold. Very cold. And I heard footsteps. On the attic. Heavy. Male. The whisper returned, but now it wasn't from the walls. It was right in my room. The child's voice whispered. You opened the window. I asked you not to. I turned on the light, no one. But on the wall opposite the bed, an inscription slowly appeared, as if someone were writing with a finger in the dust. You're next. In the morning, I packed my things and left. I never sold the house, no one buys it. A year later, I received a letter with no return address. Inside was a photo of that very attic. On the little bed sat a girl about 8 years old, looking straight into the camera. And behind her, in the dormer window, my face was reflected. The face I had that night twisted in horror. On the back of the photo, in childish handwriting, "Thank you for letting me out. Now I can come to others." Since then, I never stay alone in the silence. Because sometimes, when the apartment is too quiet, I hear the whisper again. Don't open the attic, please.